Let's transition to startups, the launch phase. Pre-revenue, got a dream in your napkin, but you got no money, or you're raising money, or early revenue. You've got a little money, you're trying to get going. What's the goal here? The goal over there in transitioning is clarity and focus. The goal right now is money. I need to buy you some oxygen. I need to launch you to your first customers, to your first invoices, and to your first collections. I need money in your bank. You need it more than I do. I'm just cheering you on. So how do you get started? I think the number one thing you do is your self-awareness. The trouble with, well, I was one. Listen, everything that I'm telling you, I didn't do back in 94, 2004, I didn't do any of this stuff, but I know now that I wish I had. So you're jumpstarting me and you're a lot smarter than me anyway. Get those self-awareness assessments done. I want you to add one, please write this down. If you're a small business owner or you're an entrepreneur, pre-early revenue launch phase, I want you to add an assessment by Mark Winters called Rocket Fuel. Now, it's been renamed to Crystallizer, but you can Google the one. That assessment will give you two scores. One is a visionary score and one is an integrator score. What's a visionary? The Macy's Day balloon coming down Broadway, looking so cool, looking out over New York City going, hey, let's go over there. Let's go over there. It looks beautiful down there. What's the integrator? The people with the tethered rope making sure that the balloon doesn't float off into the end of the galaxy. What do visionaries do? Craft vision, lots of vision, lots of ideas. What do integrators do? Make vision reality. You need to know who you are so you know who to hire. And you also know what you're shitty at. So I did my books until finally my newly formed board said, you were a terrible bookkeeper. What are you doing books for? I don't know. I just got to do them, right? No, you need to hire somebody. Oh, doesn't that make me look like I'm weak and incompetent? They said, well, you are incompetent. You just don't know you're incompetent. So Rocket Fuel will give you that clarity. What's the next thing you knew? Now, Jason has this. It's called the one-page business plan. Dennis, I think you've been on one of my workshops. This is a one-page tool. I gave you the one-page personal plan for your personal life. The one-page business plan is a tool I learned from Vern Harnish. I'm sure you know Vern Harnish. He's the CEO of Gazelles, runs a coaching organization called Scaling Up. They're amazing. They're great, mid-sized companies and above. And Vern and I met in 1992 at Walter Haley's ranch when he was figuring whether he wanted to launch EO and I was figuring whether I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And we both did each thing, but I learned from him his concept for the one page. He calls it one page strategic plan. I call it the one page business plan because we need strategy and we need execution. What we establish over here is very important. For an entrepreneur, we establish what we call our company core, our core purpose, our core values, our BHAG, our big, hairy, audacious goal, courtesy of Jim Collins and Jerry Porras, and our hedgehog strategy, Jim Collins, and our X Factor, Jim Collins. Dennis, you're nodding your head. You know what I'm talking about. Here's why. Because you need customers. And if you don't know your hedgehog strategy, your X factor, you don't run your business by your core values, you are amidst what I normally see as chaos, confusion, and frenzy. And you're the lumberjack, you're the badass lumberjack chopping the most wood in the forest, but I walk by and your axe is damn dull. The OPBP and some of these other tools are the sharpener. You can chop 50% more wood, get 50% more results if you would just use these tools. So we focus on the company core, then we move on to the second column and we stop right there for early stage entrepreneurs. Your brand journey is what we call it. What are your bold beliefs? I believe in high quality. I believe in great customer service. Those are crappy bold beliefs. Nobody builds a brand off of that. They go out of business. And so we need bold beliefs. We need something as galvanizing as I believe in UFOs and they're going to be in the Jacksontown Park, 3 o'clock on Friday. Meet me there. I'll give you a t-shirt. Now, if one person shows up, they're a believer. You got a brand. I'm selling t-shirts. So as wild as that is, your bold beliefs are what set you apart from all your other plain vanilla competitors. We then move into your brand challenge, your brand spark, your brand promises. What do you promise somebody? If they give you a thumbs up, I want to be a customer. How do you measure that? And what's your brand guarantee? It's not written by a lawyer. It's the real deal brand guarantee. My brand guarantee at the Lions Pride is you join us for 110 days, we will accelerate you. And if we don't, we'll give you 100% of your money back, plus 10% for wasting your time. I never had in 7 years somebody take me up on that, but it's pretty darn bold. And I don't have one competitor out there that will match it. I don't know why. They should. So you stop right there. You form your one-page personal plan, and then you move quickly with us through what we call your badass brand playbook. I give that away for free, and your customer activation cycle, which is your revenue cycle. You know, somebody who doesn't even know who you are to somebody who's bringing you their second cousin because you're so amazing, they want them to become your customer. And now we're driving revenue somewhere in the first 90 to 120 days. An early stage entrepreneur has limited oxygen, and this is the way we get an extra tank, or we take shallower breaths and get to the surface so that we can really excel.